everyone. A very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to this session. Please let me know if I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Kindly confirm me once. Mm, it would be great if you can let me know if everything is working well. It's working fine. Yeah, I am assuming that it is. So, we are going to do some more questions today. Again, these are questions where you find them mainly in mains pattern. So you have to read a lot. You have to think that way. It's not like piece of a cake. Some questions can be, but then it's not always uh, easy. If a question looks easy, it's not like that. Okay. So we are going to do that. Those who don't know me, I'm Niharika John Mehra, and I have been teaching English for many years now. You are, if you're new here, you need to subscribe, like and share कर दो जल्दी से session को. We have many courses, specific exam oriented courses on our website and also on our app. So details and links are in the description box below. Do check them out. Okay, so let me wait for a minute and then we can start. Okay, we are going to do questions, and you can see there is a direction written over here. This is a very good question. Please try it out. I'm gonna start the timer now. You will need a little bit more time for this kind of a question. Granting you that. I need to know your answer, so answer in the chat here. No one yet? It's a small version of a shorter version of reading comprehension. Anyways, answer here is A. Let's see how we need to do it. Okay, I'm gonna explain. So in this question, there is a small para by three possible conclusions. Okay, a little bit like reasoning if you have done such questions, which may or may not be correct. The question is then followed by five options, which are these options. Choose the best possible outcome. So you need to check for the relationship that first, second, and third may have or not have with the given situation over here. So important for you to understand the para first. Let's do that. The World Bank's sudden decision to pause one of the widely cited flagship reports, the EODB ranking, pending a review, has sent shockwaves through the global business community. There was a decision, it was shocking to everyone, as well as governments that have extensively used these reports to showcase their friendliness, business friendliness. So it was shocking to everyone. Details में बाद में जाएंगे. We need to understand the crux of the passage first, and then we move to the options, first, second, third options. Government officials who have been leveraging the quantum jump in rankings from whatever to woo foreign investors. These officials are seeking to downplay this fiasco by saying India is not among the four countries where bank has flagged data irregularities. Do you see an outcome that is specific to India and the place where we are downplaying? Doesn't look like. Yes, people are shocked. Yes, there is a decision to pause one of the reports, and that was one of the reports that we were using nicely. But exactly first thing, and also you are supposed to mark the best outcome. It makes no sense, and we don't have exactly the proof for the first one. Since all three of them are outcomes, they are going to be imaginary. Okay, so there you go. The ease of doing business ranks for the last 5 years. That ease of doing business ranks are now likely to be reshuffled. See, because as the credibility has been dented, so they have paused this. It's like a shockwave that things are not as per the reports. So this can be one outcome, that reshuffling ho sakti. This was the keyword over here. Okay. Then India must recognize that ease of doing business ranks may be of limited utility in bolstering the credentials. Since now the flagship reports are paused, whatever ranking and all we have, whatever helped us to showcase our friendliness, now that is being questioned. Because of that, yes, we need to know India as one of the countries should know that now some limitations are going to be there. So second and third can be possible outcome. Okay, please read the question, what is to be done. I wish to see answers here, by the way. Don't feel shy. These are commonly asked questions in mains. answer here is B. That is option number C. That also you have to check. It's not A, B, C, D responding to A, B, C, D. So C option, but the B place, the B blank will take this sentence. This is para completion with a slight twist. You have now 5 possible places where this could be used. Now let's read. 2 days after 20 soldiers were killed in clashes in eastern Ladakh, the situation remains calm but tense. So, this is the context at least we get, that there is tension all around. Then there is something. The condition of injured soldiers is stable. So, it looks like an easy flow from this sentence to this, because soldiers, so many were killed, and the condition is there. Then there are some which are they were critically injured. So but now it's stable. Then something else. In the light of the unprecedented incident, the army has revised the rules of engagement. See guys, in such questions, try to go through this sentence first. Another keywords, big keyword, 58 personnel with minor injuries should join work within a few days. This is the part of data. This is the part of what happened to how many people. So you are already doing that here. You are talking about 20 who were killed. Then we go to less intense, critically injured. Then we go to even lesser one, that is some people with minor injuries. And also another. That means apart from these four, there are more 38, 58 more people, more personnel. Another के कारण, because of this word another, it is going to be used in this place after this statement. तो आपका सेंटेंस यहाँ फिट होता है. Pattern is same as of earlier. The right place to put this sentence is E, that is option number D. Let's read the sentence first. He has suggested. He, that means there is a person who is saying something, and this is a part of that. It's a suggestion for the formulation of a policy on what? Converting rice into ethanol or bioethanol. So converting rice into something. Okay? Converting rice into something, and this is a suggestion. Now let's read the para. MSP for agriculture crops are way higher. थोड़ा सा skip करके आगे बढ़ो. He stressed on. We are saying that there is something that was said by Union Minister. He stressed on finding alternative solutions. The government fixes rate called MSP, at which it buys crops such as wheat and paddy from farmers. अभी तक specific rice के बारे में बात नहीं हुई है. So A and B are of course not at all close to where I am gonna use this sentence. It also provides a subsidy. Now it is for government. That's why here at C point also I cannot use this statement. Then there is again D, the most important problem in this sector. So we are still talking about the problem. See, logical flow is you talk about problem first and then you come to the solution or possible solution. That's how logic flows. First, you can tell me your concern. I'll go through that your query, complete query, and then I can answer you, suggest you, advise you. Similarly, in this case also, till this part, we are still talking about the problem. So, how we are going to use any of this sentence in any of the blanks? We are going to use it at the end. He has suggested formulation of a policy. He said, and even after using the sentence here, we are continuing with what the minister has said. So he said the country has surplus of rice and wheat and there is a problem storage with these grains. Better we convert it into ethanol. So that's what he is suggesting. That will come after describing the whole problem, and that's why we will understand why he has made this suggestion. I hope you are getting it. अगला. The answer here is B, that is responding to C option. Yes, good job, Ayushi. So, India's election, again, let's first see. But, clue word. Anything that is going in opposite to this is the place after which we are going to use this one. But foreign policy establishment took no chances as the election would be done by secret ballot and two-thirds of the votes needed for the victory. So we have to use some statement here, and but Indian ones are doing something else. Indian policy is doing something else. India's election is a significant diplomatic victory for the country. The victory wasn't unexpected as India was the only contestant for Asia Pacific seat. A में तो नहीं आएगा. There is nothing अभी. India secured so many votes in the 193 strong General Assembly. Numbers. Then we are saying India secured. See, we are giving details. We are giving how many votes and there were how many members in the assembly. So before mentioning this, you can say the victory was not unexpected. That means it was expected as India was the only one. Okay. India should have been confident. India should have been free of any tension. But India was still cautious. So Indian policy establishment took no chances. They were only contestant, but still there is a contrast. They took no chances. They didn't take any risk. That's why it fits well at this position, and your answer is this. Okay, let's do a okay. So for this, I'm not going to show you timer. It takes a lot of space. We just have one RC here. It's just on this slide. Okay, please go ahead. On right side, you can see there is a question. Please go ahead and answer. It's just this much. We don't have two slides for RC today in this session. It's just this much. Answer, guys. It's a very simple question. I mean, you don't even have to read a lot. Answer is D. Next one. Answer here for this one is E. Next one. Okay, answer is all first, second, and third. So these were just because it was a small para, we had less number of questions. On which basis the classification of the pandas are done? So let's see what the passage says. Identifying monitoring corridors is a key step in conservation, with the classification of red panda into two uh, phylogenetic species. A group of scientists have described them in a way. Okay, we have Himalayan red panda and Chinese, and this is based on a potential boundary. Okay, then you get to see about their population and all. So basically, based on a territory, based on geography, based on from where they are, territorially and geographically, लगभग synonyms है. Based on territory, based on a specified a specific place means territorially, territory wise, and that's why A and C दोनों ही आपके answer थे. I hope this is clear to all of you. Yeah, good. Just a second. Then we have the second one. What is or are for the reasons behind decline of pandas by 50%? Whenever you get a number, it's of great use. Take advantage of it. So we get to see classified as endangered. Scientists believe the population has declined by nearly 50% in 20 years. Now the reasons. Two species are found in eastern, northeastern forest and the other places are there. It is believed that in the wild there are so many pandas and of which one third are in the country. Now again the scientists are saying something about the landscape and all. There is the model in the Kanchenjunga landscape where such places we can have an identification can be done. So there is nowhere any reason mentioned. So none of the above confidently आप mark कर सकते हो. अगर कोई reason होता then we could have done it, we could have mentioned it. है ही नहीं तो कहाँ से mark करेंगे? Simply the answer becomes none of the above. The third one. Which of the following cases the study of biological corridor helps the scientists as per the passage? All of them. Pollution, okay, availability of trees, and degradation. Degradation is mentioned. Then pollution, you can see that bamboo dependent, tree dependent, bamboo dependent, and tree dependent are same. And we can see from the whole passage that how pollution has played. It has played a big role where we can see it has somewhere impacted. In fact, it has affected, and that's why we have this answer. Okay, hope this is clear. Here is an instruction given to you all what is to be done. Please go through it. I'll then take you one by one through the question. That is a specific question you have. Give it a rough read. Take 30 seconds. Give it a rough read. Then one by one, for each bold sentence, we'll have some or the other thing to do. This is the first task you have. If there is any doubt, you can ask. Here the answer is first and second. So for the first highlighted sentence, the question is, you are supposed to read the bold ones, and whichever sentence out of the options is grammatically correct, contextually correct, that's what you have to choose. So uh, the Chinese economy is watching the first signs of trouble after long years. Watching signs of troubles after long years. Watching makes no sense here. Okay, so of course, watching is wrong, no correction required out. The economy is witnessing and is experiencing. They themselves are going through this situation. So they are experiencing or witnessing the first signs of trouble after long years of sustained growth. Now it is observing. When we observe something, first thing is to carefully look after, or in fact take care of something, someone. सेकेंड इज व्हेन हम किसी चीज को मनाते हैं, they are observing a fast today. That means they themselves are on fast today. Okay, they are observing some kind of a day, some kind of a festival today. So that is, they are actually gonna keep that day specifically for us, for a purpose. So that's what observing has another meaning. Now in this case, I cannot say the economy is not a person or something that will observe something else like for science. Answer was C. First and third one, data released by National Bureau on Monday revealed that the economy grown by this much, their slowest pace in so many years. I cannot use verb third form as main verb alone. Economy has grown होता तो अलग बात थी. Okay. Also, this is something that happened in past, revealed. So that's why economy grew, I can say. Economy is growing, we cannot say, because this is a one time thing only in the second quarter. It is not a continuous thing taking place. So second one is out. Economy has grown. Now with has, I can use verb third form, and has grown, yes, present perfect to use hua hai, but it is going to talk about that number, that 6.2% is still of some importance when I read this. So it's not about putting it in present. Whenever you use present perfect, it is about something happened in past, but still the significance is there. That's why first and the third one. The faltering growing rate, the rate is of a category. So we cannot say grow hoti hui rate. I cannot use this word as an adjective. So growth rate, of course, this is out. Was due to a soar, there is fall. So it cannot be something. It is not something which is soaring, that means going up. It is slumping, that is going down. So from only by reading this much you can know the answer is clearly only the second one. I hope you are understanding. Falter karna, fall karna, both of the words, they mean something is going down. So exports are also going down. That's why the growth rate is going down. It's a direct relationship. It cannot be anything that is soaring in such a case. And that's why second one. Okay. Many economists' plural beliefs cannot come. They believe, they believe, they believe. So इतना तो यहाँ पे सबका है. There are many believe that the worsen is verb first form. Worsen, this form is verb form. That's why I cannot use it as a noun or an adjective with the. First is out. The worst may yet not be over for China, and that economic growth could further worsen in the coming quarters. So the third one again for you. Mm, I think, yeah. We want economic growth. The word economical means anything that is pocket friendly, which is not very expensive. So we are going to talk about anything that relates to economy. So second one is out for that reason. Grammar, context, everything needs to work together here. The answer is no correction required. It suggests that domestic demand may be compensating, maybe doing something, maybe compensate. Be and verb first form will not come. Okay, then this one is also out for the same reason. Maybe compensating for dropping appetizer. It's not the food appetizer, but dropping appetite for expo. This appetite means metaphoric appetite over here, the desire to have something, that craving, or you would want to satisfy yourself with something. It's used for that context, okay? But if you use the word appetizer, it would literally mean that restaurant wala appetizer. So we cannot use this. So we'll do one parajumble now. You have to arrange all the 5 sentences. Please get going. Oh, take a little bit of more time. Arrange and give me. Be 1 more minute. Answer here is CDAE. So what you have to do is follow one of the two approaches or both at the same time. Depends on what is required by the question. Inverted pyramid, where general details are given first and then you narrow down. Then you try making some pairs. You are very sure of which pair is there, and then you can go ahead and repair them. They found, now this is interesting. They found something. Now who are these people? Has to be more than one person. They found that rainfall in Amazon is so low already that up to 40% of it risks tipping over into savanna like environments. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Read ahead. A team of Europe based scientists used the latest available data to simulate how forests might respond to changing rainfall levels. See, right now it's just about simulating something. It's the experiment kind of thing going on, and that's why they found whatever is found, it is found later. So one thing is for sure, wherever B is, A has to come after it, immediately after or somewhere later, but after it. Finding will always be later. As much as 40% of the Amazon risks crossing a tipping point from rainforest to savanna. The emissions reduce the rainfall needed to sustain its unique ecosystem, scientists said Monday. Anything that happens, any definition, any person giving a statement of something that took place or might take place, usually those are the types of sentences they give us the beginning and see is that. In particular, now particular, you give a general idea first and in particular they simulated. आंखें बंद करके बी एंड डी को साथ में रख दो, है ना? Because B also is talking about how they did it. They simulated something. Specifically, they simulated the effect of something. So you are specifying. You first told they did something, and now you are specifying how they did something in particular. So B and D are a strong pair. A अभी भी बाद में आएगा because B is coming with D. Now we have these two together. We have this as first sentence. A somewhere later. They said that though rainforests normally create their own water vapor, rainfall through water vapor, sustaining tree levels and extending reach, but when precipitation levels fall, the forests begin to disappear. This is a conclusion. They are giving an explanation now that normally they create their own rainfall, okay, through the whole process, but when precipitation level falls, of course it affects the forest. So because of the conclusive tone, I can hit and try also. You can go through this method where you can place E at 3 places and see it is not gonna work here, it is not gonna work here. In C, you are giving this opening statement of scientists. In B and D, you are explaining what they are trying to do, what they are trying to simulate. In A, you are talking about whatever they found, and based on the finding, now they are giving us a result, a conclusion, that is in E. So that is your arrangement. Okay. So I hope everything is clear to all of you now, and it's time to end the session. Make sure to like and share. Be here on regular basis for regular practice. There are other subjects also which are covered here on our platform. Check it out. Okay. Take care. Bye bye.